Live from Fargo and serving you on TV, online, and on the go. This is Valley News Live at 6.
Sexually transmitted diseases or infections continue to spike among Minnesota teenagers. A University of Minnesota study shows teen pregnancy rates are at an all-time low, but STDs are on the rise for those between the ages of 15 and 19 years old.
Now, Clay County is among the list of highest cases of gonorrhea. Valley News Team's Ashley Bishop found out that this has been an ongoing trend.
This Minnesota map shows the counties with the highest birth rates, chlamydia and gonorrhea cases among teenagers ages 15 to 19. Becker, Hubbard, and Monoman counties are seeing more cases of chlamydia, and Clay County falls into the gonorrhea category.
So no, it's not a surprise. We've seen kind of an increase, not that it's any worse. Nationwide, Minnesota is actually doing pretty well.
Hennon says gonorrhea cases are high in young adults as well as teens.
Clay County has a higher population of younger people.
Clay County Health Department doesn't offer any direct STI testing services, but says there are resources within the community, and it also starts with parents.
So encouraging kids to talk to their parents, that's the important thing. The most important issue to remember is that we want to be seeking treatment if we have symptoms.
With STIs being on the rise, Hennon says more education is necessary, and that's something that her department will look into. In Moorhead, Ashley Bishop, Valley News Live.
Hennon adds that it is important for people to remember if you don't treat STIs, they can lead to infertility.
Take a look at this. This is from the surveillance camera of a nearby business, a Kenworth semi-truck trying to merge onto I-94 from Veterans Boulevard. The semi-trailer that was hauling steel beams split in half, causing the beams to go all over the road and eventually sending the semi into another utility trailer. The crash left both semis on their sides, and police say the crash closed down traffic going both east and westbound for an hour. But the cleanup caused traffic jams for nearly 3 hours. Fortunately, no one was hurt in the crash. The driver of the flatbed trailer, 27-year-old Brent Boudreau of Winnipeg, is being ticketed for careless driving.
A body was pulled from the Red River in North Fargo this morning. It was found about 200 yards south of the former toll bridge on 12th Avenue North. Crews are bringing in heavy equipment to remove debris from the river when they noticed a man's body in the water. Police tell Valley News Live, based on the clothing, they believe it to be 29-year-old David Takane. He's been missing since June 5th. An autopsy will be used to make positive identification.
No storms expected tonight, but I'm hearing there may be rain in parts of the valley. Let's find out by welcoming back Hutch Johnson. Hutch, what's the latest?
Well, Andrea, we do have a few passing showers, and a rumble of thunder cannot be ruled out as you take a look at the radar tonight. Most of this activity is north of Interstate 94, and these are swiftly moving, so if they do move over your area, the showers that they produce will be brief, and it could come with a bolt or two of lightning. Up near Langdon, south of you, we have a thunder shower passing east-southeast at about 35 miles per hour. We have north of Fargo and south of the Ada area a storm passing its way off to the east. Nothing severe again, not even much in the way of hail expected. In central Becker County, we also have some showers there. We'll see mid-70s for most of our evening tonight. It will be breezy, but after sunset, our chance of rain and wind will diminish. I'll have details on what you can expect for Dad. Big weekend ahead for Father's Day. Your forecast hour by hour style here in a few minutes.
All right, thank you, Hutch.
Yes. There was a fire and then a small explosion inside a vehicle in Jamestown yesterday afternoon. The fire started in the passenger compartment of the vehicle. Investigators say the explosion likely came from a gas cylinder from the hatchback system or a shock absorber. The subsequent fire was knocked down in about 25 minutes. The cause of that fire is undetermined. No one was injured.
A Crookston woman is now awaiting sentencing after pleading guilty in federal court to an accessory to murder charge tied to a murder and meth trafficking ring in the Red River Valley. 42-year-old Lori Ortiz admitted in court today that she was involved in destroying evidence, specifically cell phones used in the planning of the murder back in March of last year. She is now set for a sentencing hearing in September. The investigation into the murder of Austin Forsman at the Flying J truck stop led to the unraveling of a large meth trafficking ring. 13 people have now been charged in federal court for their involvement. Meanwhile, Crystal Feist of Grand Forks is facing 2 counts of murder in Forsman's death and 1 count of drug possession with intent to distribute. Feist changed her plea to guilty in February of this year. She's set for sentencing in August.
Even doctors can be addicted to opioids. In a way, it's hard to stop prescribing them. The rate of opioid prescribing has started to edge down in recent years, but it remains 56% higher than it was 20 years ago, enough to provide nearly every adult in America with a bottle of pills. The number of overdose deaths still climbing from pills that have been prescribed and from the surge of even more powerful opioids like fentanyl on the black market, where many turn for cheaper drugs after becoming addicted. While narcotics can bring short-term pain relief and help patients with cancer and end-of-life care, they're often misprescribed. Across the United States, lawmakers are restricting how doctors handle millions of quick encounters with patients in pain-like, requiring them to check a prescription drug monitoring database to weed out patients with multiple doctors, pharmacies, and prescriptions.
School resource officers and teachers are participating in the first ever North Dakota School Safety Conference. It includes nationally recognized speakers and safety experts. They're talking about substance abuse, juvenile justice reform, and social media.
It's true that the number of school violence incidents that we see in our state is probably below the national average. However, we just can't bury our head in the sand and think that denial is going to protect us. So we want to make sure that we have the best protection, the best training for our professionals that we can to keep our schools safe and sound.
The conference runs until tomorrow.
A man is in jail after driving his car past the front gate of the Grand Forks Air Force Base. It happened late yesterday morning. An Air Force Base spokesperson says the car came into the base at about 50 miles per hour. Security officers were able to stop the vehicle and get the man out of the car fairly quickly. Michael Elias of Emerado, North Dakota, was handed over to the Grand Forks County Sheriff's Department. Court records say he's facing multiple charges, including criminal trespassing.
All airmen at the Grand Forks Air Force Base now have the same command structure, and it could mean good things for the base's future. Commanders of Air Mobility Command and Air Combat Command have agreed to the realignment of the 319th Air Base Wing. The changes took effect on Tuesday, but today a realignment ceremony was held in Grand Forks. The move now reclassifies staff from medical personnel to the base's public affairs chief. General James Holmes says he's excited for this new transition.
We're really happy to have the wing in Air Combat Command. We'll do our best to give them the same support that they receive from Air Mobility Command, but they shouldn't see much change, and the community shouldn't see much change.
This change affects over 1,400 airmen.
An online map is available as a resource for those who have been affected by the recent drought conditions. If you visit the Department of Agriculture website, you'll see the map. It shows the counties where producers have expressed a need for hay, as well as those with hay to sell, pasture, or hay land to rent, and people who are available to move hay. To contact the Drought Hotline, call the phone number 701-425-8454. That's weekdays from 8 in the morning till 5 in the afternoon. Callers can also leave a message on evenings and weekends. The service is free of charge.
And all that dry weather in part of North Dakota is leading to more severe allergy symptoms for some people and even new allergies for others. Coughing, sneezing, and runny noses are common this time of year, but some pharmacists say they're seeing a spike in the number of complaints this year. They say more people are coming in looking for relief from their severe allergy issues.
High school students from around the region are getting a taste of college life this week. Later on Valley News Live at 6, what they're learning while they're on campus.
It was a windy day with gusts over 30 miles per hour, but temperatures managed to be seasonable in the upper 70s for Fargo as well as Grand Forks. A few showers dancing across the radar tonight. Your Father's Day weekend outlook is coming up. Stick with us. We'll be back.